We're also gonna probably tamper with a little bit of powder coating today. Do a little sandblasting and stuff, possibly valve covers, maybe cam gears. And then we also might dibble and dabble in replacing some OEM parts, just kind of doing like a little freshen up, like maybe water pump, you know, just little minor stuff like that. So stick around. And I'm gonna give you guys an early tip. This stuff right here, oven cleaner, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. This stuff does wonders on anything that's grimy. I'm using it on the inside of the valve covers. As you can tell, there's a tremendous amount of sludge in there. So I've already saturated. It's been about 5 or 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it off and let's see the results. All right, this stuff right here ain't working as good as the other stuff I used before. I don't know what the other stuff was, but it didn't take but like 5-10 minutes and that stuff was working good. This stuff is saying if it's cold, which it is cold, it's gonna take like 5 hours, 6 hours. So while we let that junk marinate, we're gonna go do something else. So this is the powder coating system I'm using. I wanna say it might be an older unit. It's from Eastwood Powder Coat. I bought this oven off of Craigslist, maybe like 15 bucks. So let me go ahead and get everything situated and let me show you how to apply my powder. To start off with, these are what we're gonna powder coat. I gotta start with a primer. Then after the primer, I'm gonna put on the color. And I'm gonna tell you, this color is hot. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'd rather show you than tell you. But this color that we're picking is, we're gonna put like little bitty bits and pieces all over the engine bay. It's gonna be fresh. So stick around and stay tuned. And let's go ahead and get these powder coated. All right, the way this thing works is you got your 120 there. You have your gun here. You need air supply. There's my air. You have to adjust this. So it'll tell you exactly where to adjust it at in the manual. You got this button that you hold down as you're spraying. And when you hold that button down, what it's doing is it's sending that 120 or whatever it is, it's sending juice to this prong right here. I use stainless steel wire. I usually ground to the stainless steel wire. This nozzle right here is kind of like a diffuser. And what it's designed to do is to kind of get in the little crevices. I'm gonna try to not use that first. And if I need to get into these little crevices, I'll put that back on. And from there, you get the job done. So let me show you how I do this. What's up? Don't breathe in these particles. Hurry up, get out of here. All right, let me show you Speedaddixx Garage what color we're gonna use, not only on the cam gears, but the other few little places on the hood. Wow, look at that color, boy. Let me put it in the sun real quick. Boom, oh, that's too bright. But yeah, that's the color we choosing. It's like a teal, aqua, I don't know, but I definitely think that's gonna pop with the silver. What do you guys think? Comment below. So let me show you how the powder coat came out. Bam! Look at that. Chrome. It's actually supposed to be a primer. It's actually the base coat before we put the color on. But I just wanted to show that to you. Also, here are the valve covers. After putting the oven cleaner on it, I mean, this stuff is still somewhat loose. Also hit the intake manifold too, or at least the lower portion, because we're also gonna powder coat that a cool color. Also powder coated the cam gear, so let me show you what they look like. Bam! Look at them boys, them jokers look good. We end up doing a chrome base coat, and then we topped it off with this teal color. I don't know how good the camera picked it up. Let me hit you with some light. I think they hot. The powder coat we use is Cerakote. right there, Cerakote. I'll put the two colors that I just talked about, that chrome and teal. I'll put a part number down below or up top somewhere in case you guys like the color and want to get it. Right now, we're doing the valve covers. So once we get that done, I'm gonna show you what color we pick for it. All right, I haven't really talked much about the process of powder coating. So let me run you through that process real quick. Step 1, sandblast it. I use this black media that I got from Harbor Freight. It's like a 70 grit or so. Step 2, get you some Dawn dish detergent, Scotch-Brite pad, a clean bucket. Wash the part thoroughly. After you wash it, if you want to, you can preheat the part. If you don't want to preheat the part, get you some compressed air and blow all the excess water off. Make sure it's clean, make sure it's dry. If you haven't kind of got the gist of it, it's just like painting. Anytime you paint something, you always want to sand it first, wash it so it don't have any fingerprints or anything on it, and then you paint it. The process is the same with powder coating. For all the parts that you do not want the powder coat, for example, on this 2J valve cover, these breather ports, we do not want to powder coat them. So therefore, you're gonna need something like this. This is like a high temp electric tape or high temp tape. Apply that, and then you're ready to coat. And after you apply the tape, the last and final state, it's up to you. If you're OCD, you're gonna probably do this. And as you can already tell from watching my channel, this is probably like one of the most used tools in my shop is this. Wow! Acetone. Acetone. A-C-Y tone. Put you a little bit on something clean, wipe your product down, your part down, and then powder coat. While these valve covers cook, let me show you guys something else real quick that we're gonna do on the Supra. This is the crank gear. As you can tell, it's 2 pieces. It's not supposed to be 2 pieces. It goes on, goes on like that. That little tab goes on the gear itself. These are notorious for separating like this. When you make high horsepower with the 2J. So what I'm gonna do, clean up both surfaces, use my TIG welder, put maybe 3 to 4 beads on that. I'll show you the final results. That's the finished product of that crank gear. Probably gonna have to put this section on the belt sander to make sure that we don't have any issues or anything binding up with the front crankshaft seal. That's the finished product. The valve covers are done. Let me put these things out in the sun so you guys can see them. There we go, matte black. I put them out in the sun, but the sun kind of gave it a glare, but that's the finished product. I ended up having to apply 2 coats because it was thin on this side and on that side, but that looks great. Let's go ahead and set it on the cylinder head real quick, see what it looks like. Booyah, look at that. Looks pretty good. Let's set the cam gears up there, kind of get an idea what they look like. I like that. I like that. What do you guys think? Comment in the description below whether or not you think that Akbar teal with that flat black, if that's tasteful. If you ask me, I think it's tasteful. All right, Speed Addicts, we got the valve covers powder coated, but they're not quite done yet. There are 2 more items that we have to install on those valve covers. Let me show you what those 2 items are. Boom, Radium. If you got a Supra, you're probably familiar with them. Matter of fact, I'm sure they make more products than Supras. But let's check out what's inside this box that we can use on these valve covers. Check out these 2 items. You cannot get any more simpler than this right here. I know you're looking at me like, what in the world is this? These are catch can bungs. Anytime you got a boosted vehicle, the crankcase pressure increases and the factory PVC system is no longer adequate for the power that you're trying to achieve. So what you end up having to do is usually you got to take a -10 bung male like this. Basically it looks like that. 9 times out of 10 you got to take that and you got to weld it on the valve cover. In this case we got 2 valve covers, so you have to weld it on each valve cover. Well, Radium made it like super easy and super convenient by having both of these items that you can buy. If you look at the 2 side by side, one's longer and smaller than the other one's bigger. The way that works is the bigger one goes over here on the driver's side valve cover where the PVC pipe used to be at. It presses right in there like so. Well, not like so, it's gonna take 2 hands. And then you got this one here, goes on this side, and that presses in like that. Let me press those in and show you what the final results look like. Also, check this out. They give you an installation instruction card. It's pretty convenient. You can go to their website, not only to find the instructions on how to install both of these catch can valve cover fittings, but you can also go to their website to check out what other products they got. We got 4 stickers. You know where they're going. Voila. That looks fabulous. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Radium, for offering these 2 great items. And Speedaddixx Garage, this ain't the last time that you're gonna see this brand. But that's gonna do it for today's episode of Speedaddixx Garage. We got the valve covers powder coated, and then we even got the cam gears powder coated as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And just like always, there's a lot more content to come. There's a lot more parts to come. And I got acid indigestion. And we're about to start working on the 240 again. There's a big item that I'm about to install on it. I think you guys know what that item is. Until next time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next episode.